From the Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, it's the Golden State Warriors and the Utah Jazz. NBA basketball for your enjoyment. Bill King greeting you here tonight at courtside as the Warriors move into the second game of a three-game, three-city, three-night series, in addition to which, actually, they're playing already their third in 4 nights. First meeting of the year between these two teams. The Jazz, winning on Tuesday night, broke a 9-game losing streak, but they're a team with a devastating 1-2 punch. The league's leading scorer, Adrian Dantley, who has always worn out the Warriors. He's averaging over 31 a game. And, of course, the rookie sensation, Darrell Griffith. Meantime, the Warriors come off a disappointing late loss to the Portland Trailblazers last night as they failed to break that long-standing Portland court jinx. Now they've got to try to grab one and maintain an edge over the Seattle Supersonics, who are just a half game behind them in the battle for third place. To complicate Coach Al Addle's situation is the probability that Lloyd Free will get a lot less playing time tonight. He went 40 last night, felt the pace late in the game, and to compound that, he was bumped in the knee, and the knee is very sore during warm-ups, so that will be played by ear. Addles in the last 4 games has employed basically 7 men with only a few minutes going to the other people coming off the bench. Tonight, he will probably increase the load for those coming off the bench to try to distribute the playing minutes. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after this timeout. Tonight, of course, another one of our simulcasts, and we'll, as we always do at the outset of the show, ask your indulgence, because we'll be describing things that many of you watching on television can obviously see, but that's for our radio listeners. And for you listening by radio, of course, sometimes we'll allude to visuals that are not your privilege to see, but we, of course, are serving the television viewers also. We may have the game held up a little bit here. There's been a difficulty with the clock at the scoreboard at both ends of the Salt Palace. A crowd of about 10,000 plus on hand. It's ball night here tonight, the night after Christmas, and the electronics have been going a little bit bonkers on the scoreboard, and they've been working very hard to try to clear it. Thus far, there seems to be some doubt, and if at some point in the game we're not sure just what the time is or some other scoreboard information, that'll be the reason why. Broadcast rights for this game are granted to KTVU and KNBR by the Golden State Warriors, and any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of KTVU, KNBR, or the Warriors is prohibited. Production facilities and the employment of technical and production personnel, as well as announcers appearing in this broadcast, are the responsibility of KNBR and the Golden State Warriors. Early scores coming in tonight at the end of 3 quarters at Cleveland. The Cavaliers leading Chicago 78-77. The half at Piscataway, Atlanta 50, New Jersey 37. The half at Pontiac, Houston 56, Detroit 45. The quarter at Kansas City, Philadelphia 28, KC 26, and a surprise Dallas 65-52 over Denver at the half. Here's our national anthem. Here at the Salt Palace with the national anthem, and we'll get the introduction of the starting lineups right now. Matter of fact, they're introducing the entire roster of the ball club. Lorenzo Romar, whose playing time has been very minimal in the last 4 games, but he had 3 assists in 4 minutes last night. Sonny Parker will be coming off the bench as the third guard. Billy Reed, who has not been called on for the last 4 games. Ricky Brown, whose time also has been minimal, as I mentioned. anybody past that first 7 playing much time. Clifford Ray, the Warriors' assistant coach and 10-year veteran, he's played 45 minutes in the last 4 games. Purvis Short, who's been doing very well offensively over the last 7 ball games, shooting 55%. Here's Bernard King now. Bernard coming back to a place that was a scene of very, very poor memories for him. Nothing went well for him last year, and he'd love to have a good ball game here. Larry Smith, the Warriors' rookie rebounding ace. Joe Barry Carroll at 7 feet. Big JB averaging 15.3 a game. Point guard John Lucas. And finally, World Free shuffling out, hoping that those knees will hold up. The Warriors would really like to grab a win here to assure themselves getting 1 win out of this 3 and 3 nights, because it gets tough and tougher the farther you go. Now the homestanding Jazz. They're starting a big lineup tonight, but here's their entire roster. This is Carl Nix, just joined the club Tuesday in the trade with Denver for Billy McKinney. Small guard, 6'1". Here's Adrian Dantley, the league's leading scorer, and number 3 in field goal percentage at 6'5". They're going to start Nix tonight, apparently. They indicated earlier they were going to start Ron Boone. This is Ben Poquette, along with Wayne Cooper. Poquette, 6'9", normally the center, is moving to a forward, as he did Tuesday night when they put Cooper in the lineup as a starting center. Well, now here's Ron Boone, and Griffiths is not starting. They've got 6 people out there. I don't know what all that's about. I'm still going with Boone and Griffith as starters. They're starting Nix? Okay, they're not. Apparently they introduced Nix just because it was his first home game as a member of the Utah Jazz. So it will be Poquette at 6'9", Dantley at 6'5", Cooper at 6'10", Boone at 6'2", the veteran, and Griffith at 6'4", the rookie, rounding it out. Earl Strom is the senior official here tonight as Coach Al Attles gets set with assistant coach John Bach to hopefully guide the Warriors through a win here tonight. They're wearing their road blue trimmed in gold and white. Jimmy Capers, number 19, on the offside of the floor from number 12, Earl Strom, is the other official in tonight's ball game. Now the Warriors ready to face up against the white-clad homestanding Utah Jazz. Poquette will jump against Joe Barry Carroll. And the ball is up. It is back tapped by Poquette, and it goes to Boone. Attles up screaming already. Boone goes to Dantley, drives for the lane, right side. Rejection over the top on a shovel shot by Carroll, and it's taken by Free. Whirled up the floor, top of the key. 40 minutes last night. Off the dribble with a jump shot. Down. So he comes right at him with a 20-footer. Lucas waiting in the back court to pressure Boone. Boone has eaten Luke up on past matchups over the last couple of years. Over to Poquette at the left side angle. Boone very physical. On top to Cooper. Cooper shoots it out high a lot. Left side angle of Boone. They look a lot for Dantley. He pops out, takes it, dribbles on King, whirls, dips under him, and shovels it in. Fine move by Dantley. King has the unenviable task of trying to stop him, something no Warrior has ever done, and virtually nobody in the NBA has done it much this year. King, top of the key. They lay off him outside. Back on the left side angle of Free. Then to Carroll posting up Cooper. Fakes. Turnaround jumper. He's fouled by Coop, and that's Carroll to the line. JB is having trouble with his shoe. He just split the whole thing. The sole is about to fall off. His right shoe, as he twisted to go up for the shot, he wrenched the shoe apart, and Dick D'Oliva just started an all-out sprint for the Warrior locker room. Attles getting Ray up because JB could hurt himself with that malfunctioning shoe. The first shot is good by Carroll. It's his right foot. 3-2 ball game. Warriors leading. Ray up immediately. He can't get in yet. This shot's down. Carroll shuffles back up the floor. It's 4-2. Here's Boone with a dribble on the left side. They run Dantley in the left of the lane now. Boone gives up his dribble high. Nobody comes out. Now he bounces one to Cooper. Cooper on the left now. Leans in with a shot that's no good, but a foul call on Larry Smith. He sort of dipsy-doo to try to get a good look at the hoop. And Cooper will get to the line. Carroll comes out, Ray comes in, and JB will have to sit and wait until D'Oliva gets a shoot. Here's Cooper on the line now. Cooper, Warrior, until the trade in the preseason period, just before preseason, that brought Bernard King to the Warriors. Cooper had been playing as a backup center and sometimes forward until he hurt an ankle and missed 5 games. He came back last week and started at center in the ball game Tuesday night. After missing one, he nails one, and it's a 4-3 ball game Warriors. Cooper had an ankle injury that kept him out for those 5 games. Lucas now at the back court. Here comes that 2-on-2 zone press. It goes to Free. Free across to Ray, coming to meet the pass over to King. Drops it, left baseline, jump shot over Cooper. No good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Larry Smith. He had Poquette inside him, and the ball goes back now to the Jazz. Dick DeOlivas coming back to the bench now with several boxes with shoes. Poquette at the left side angle. He's playing outside. Ray playing way off him. On top to Boone now. Boone bullets one inside, but Free knocks it away. It goes to Ray. Ray to Lucas on a drive. Boone tries to cut him off. It's laid up. Blocked beautifully by Boone, and out of bounds off King, the trailer. Fine play by the Chief, Ron Boone. He is playing his 1,026th consecutive professional game. He has never missed one. Now in his 13th campaign. Over on the left side, Boone on top to Poquette. Swing it over to the right to Griffith. Griffith dribble drive. Falls away with a 15-footer. Short up the rim. Rebounded by Ray. Back to Free. World starts up the floor now to the top of the key. Griffith picks him up. There's the 21-footer by Free, and it's down. Barely rippled the cords, and it's a 6-3 ball game. That could evolve into a shooting duel. Boone starts back up the floor now. Cooper posts high while Poquette flares out to the right away from the ball. Dantley gives it up to Cooper straight away. He's picked up by Larry Smith there. Cooper looking inside. He's not much of a passer. Bouncing one to Dantley. Dantley turns into the lane. He is clobbered by Ray, who came over the top to try to help King as Dantley wheeled to the inside. AD averages over 9.5 free throw attempts a game, more than anybody in the NBA. Moses Malone number 2 in that regard, and Lloyd Free number 3. And here's AD on the line. 83.6% free thrower. Only the Milwaukee Bucks have a better free throw percentage than this team. Dantley gets himself set, and the shot is good. Ray goes hard to the rebound, but to no avail since it's 2 shots. DeOliva sprinting back to the locker room. I don't know whether they found the right shoe or not. So Carroll is still on the bench. We're just 2 minutes and 21 seconds into the game. Dantley nets this one, and it's a 6-4 ball game. AD 1 out of 2. Now watch the backcourt pressure. Here's the trap. Lucas gets it up the floor to King on the left side forecourt. Cross-court swing to Free. Wide open from 20. It's up. It's down. And so they're beating the pressure defense very handily thus far. Free with 6 of the Warriors' 8. They lead at 8-4. Boone left side to Poquette now. Gives it outside to Boone. Looks for the Poquette on top. Ray swirls out at him. Right side to Griffith, looking for Dantley low. Crowded by King. Back to Cooper. He fakes, drives the lane. A running shovel shot. He's fouled on the play. I think they'll call Ray. He was going to shoot the jumper. He got his man leaning and then drove. So Cooper gets to the line. Cooper that time pump fake Larry Smith off his feet. That's how he had the edge to get down the lane. Now, he didn't put the ball on the floor and drive much as a Warrior. Ray, of course, was trying to help out and take up the slack and foul him. He missed the first free throw badly. Carroll has got his new shoe, and he's ready to go. This shot good, 1 out of 2, and it's 8-5. So Utah's on the line 6 times here in the first 2.5 minutes, and they've made only 3. Lucas up the right side, getting outside pressure from Griffith. Boone guarding Free. Lucas comes across the top, gives to World there. Drives on Boone, gets a step, pull-up jumper. Poquette coming, not in time. Good! 12-footer. Free with all 4 Warrior field goals and a real explosion. 10-5 Warriors. Dantley outside. Pass inside. We got a foul. Offense Boone trying to back Lucas in. Carroll coming into the ball game now, and Ray comes out. Clifford picked up 2 fast fouls. The clock just jumped a whole minute. The clock just jumped a lot. I don't know how much. I noticed it was 9:27 a moment ago. It was 9:27 at the start of that sequence. And it jumped. And Earl Strom has stopped play now, and he's going to add some time to the clock. And now Adams getting Parker into the ball game for Free, whose knees are giving him trouble. he may have had his work for the night, and the Warriors may have their work cut out for him. Free walking very tenderly, favoring the right knee as he comes to the sideline, while Lucas comes up the floor, top of the key. A brilliant start by Free that may encompass his whole night's work. Here's a drive by Lucas into the lane, comes across to the left. Backs away, puts the ball over the head, feeds into Carroll, posting Cooper. A turn jump hook is down, an 8-footer. They may have to go inside a lot to JB for their scoring punch tonight. Sonny P is not an outside threat. Lucas not an outside threat. 12-5 ball game. Warriors lead it. Right side, Poquette with the ball. Swing it on top now. It goes to Coop. Back outside to Griffith, looking at the Poquette posting. Not open. Now to Dantley on top. Gets a screen. Shoots it up. Doesn't go. Cooper to the boards. Inside. Fake Smith. Turns. Lays it in with a spin move to the left side of the glass. Larry Smith is leaving his feet too much tonight. Here's a pass now going to the right for Carroll, and a face-up jumper that doesn't go, and we got a foul on his arm. Warriors got Carroll the ball quickly. Foul called on Cooper, and he picks up number 2. Cooper's been averaging about 19 minutes a game. Now the clock, the first digit of the seconds, it's 8:7. So I told you the clock might malfunction at any time tonight. Carroll will be on the line. He's looking down at his shoe. They're going to go with a stopwatch. And there will be a periodic call-outs on the PA of the time remaining in a quarter. 24-second clock is functioning. Here's Carroll on the line. Dick D'Oliva is lacing up another shoe on the sideline. So this is apparently just a temporary one he's got now. And JB misses his first free throw. Team fouls are very quickly, 3 each. Might have a lot of free throwing in this game, and that's where Utah excels. This one is down, and the Warriors lead at 13-7. Early fast start. Boone cruises up the left side. Dantley starts down low and then takes a pass. He uses his elbow a lot to wedge off, gives it back outside to Griffith. Starts up. Perfect steal by Parker, who read his move. Now to Lucas. Lucas up the middle, driving the lane. Jumps a pass back to Carroll. He had to go after. Terrible pass. Back on top to Parker. Down low to King. Driving inside on Poquette. He's hammered. The shot doesn't go, and Poquette picks up the 4th team foul for the Jazz. Bernard will get on the line now. Poquette came over the top as King took that drive. Poquette did a pretty good job with his feet on defense, but Bernard has an ability to get well up into the air. And Poquette wanted to try to keep him from getting a good look at the shot, which he did, but he fouled him in so doing. First shot good. Bernard just under 64% for the year. Last 5 games, he's been really lighting it up from the floor again at 63.5%. Makes both free throws to put it at 15-7. And already we've had a dozen free throws in the game, 6 by each team. Outside, Dantley in the left. King will let him have 21-footers if he wants them. On top to Poquette. Now to Griffith coming out, then turns, drives the slot all the way, and scores! Parker couldn't handle it that time. Parker up the right side. They run so much of the offense for this pair. Parker giving it up to Lucas on the point, guarded now by Griffith, drives the lane, puts the head down, steal by Griffith. Here comes a 3-on-2. Midcourt, King shuts him off, behind the back pass to Dantley, twists down the lane and scores! 15-11. Lucas got picked clean that time on a bull rush drive down the lane. Pass to Carroll, high post. Guard split. Carroll keeps, faces down, swing it to King on the left. Face-up jumper, 2 from 17 feet. Bernard's first field goal, and the Warriors 17-11 now. Left side, AD with the ball. That's Dantley against King. Gives up his dribble to Boone. Boone now whips one low to Poquette. Posting Smith, reverse to the hoop to score. Smith's having a problem with Poquette so far, and also he had a problem with Cooper in going for his fakes. Larry gives him a bit of size, and they are basic pivot man. Here's Parker, and a slap foul on Boone, who got too aggressive on pressuring the ball out front. The Chief called for the foul. That's 5, I believe. Let's see. Well, we'll wait. Yeah, that is 5. It's not shown on the scoreboard, so the Warriors will have penalty shots. We have a timeout call. 6:57 to go in the opening quarter. Scoreboard showing Warriors 17. The drive's cut off by Cooper. Scores on an 8-footer. Left of the lane. 19-13. Carroll now with an early 7 free, gunned in 8 in the first 3 minutes, and then had to sit down because of a tender knee and may be down for the rest of the night. Inside pass to Dantley. He wins the struggle and scores. Both King and Parker. Good spike kick. Cooper disallowed. Why? Foul or goaltend? Let's see. It's foul number 3 on Wayne Cooper. If it's a loose ball foul, the Warriors will be shooting.
We have a penalty situation.
And that's what it is. Cooper picking up 3 fast ones against his ex-mates here.
Number 3 on Cooper.
Tom Nasalki not happy with the call. He rose high and Spike tipped it down. But he's ruled to have gone over a Warrior who was ruled to have been Joe Barry Carroll. World is coming back in the ball game now. Bernard King had blocked off inside. Dantley was there, and up over the top came Cooper, and he landed on Smith, but JB is shooting the fouls. I don't know if that's one that he has pulled or whether it's a mistake by the official. And at the foul line is Carroll.
Light beer. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Carroll, that's one of the 2, and now it's 2015 Warriors. Free is back in the game. What happened when he came out? The heat packed the knee and feels better, so they'll probably do that sporadically all night. Boone swings it on top to Alan Bristow's in the game. We got a foul down low. Larry Smith on a push. These are well-drilled patterns that the Jazz run, and they work out of a low sequence a lot. Dantley, of course, is tremendous on the inside, although they do have a series where they pop him high. Alan Bristow, the blonde forward, gives the ball out to Boone. Back to Bristow on top, the left-hander. Swing it over the left corner to Dantley. Coming out on him is Carroll on a switch. Dantley dribbles. Got a foul on the dribble drive. Carroll. So Dantley now goes to the line. That's 5-team for the Warriors. And we may have a free throw contest tonight. I've said that earlier, but the indication continues. The Warriors are 6 of 8. The Jazz 3 of 6 on the foul stripe. Tomorrow night, the Warriors are home against the Seattle Supersonics, who beat them at home last time they met, and who beaten them both times they've met this year. Dantley, with that very systematic preparation, shoots it over and in. He almost didn't get it over the front iron. Dantley has opened with 8 fast points here. Over his career against the Warriors through last year, he was averaging better than 6 points a game against the Warriors, more than his lifetime average against everybody. He misses, and the rebound taken by Smith. Dantley's 2 for 4. Lucas scoots quickly into the floor, tries to go on Griffith. Top of the key, slows it down there, backs it away. Bounce one to King in the lane with a turn jump hook. Good! Against Bristow. Posting on a 10-footer. 6 for Bernard, 22-16. Boone, the 6'2 veteran out of Idaho State. Out high to Poquette, then to Dantley at the left side. Into the corner now to Boone. Flips one to a cutter, but not handling it was Dantley, as knocked out of his hands by King. And so it'll be an inbound situation left of the goal baseline. Dantley will trigger the pass. Boone goes to the corner. He's open. He guns it. Good over Lucas. 22-18. Lucas into the forecourt right. Griffith guarding him. Their cross matchups at guards. Lou calls King to him. Gives it to him straight away. Drives on Bristow. Beats him. Here's Poquette. Poquette pins it against the glass, and they don't call a goaltending. Bristow out to Dantley on a dunk on a breakaway. Holy Toledo. That was purely absurd. He was pinned against the glass for a period of a good solid second. Earl Strom may be on the point of retirement if he could not see that one. Holy Toledo. Smith on the right side, 22-20. Right side, it goes to Free. Dribbles, shoots a 12-footer baseline. It doesn't go. Smith climbs the ladder, rebounds, shovels it back. Goaltending! Oh, makeup, I love thy name. Holy Toledo for the 3rd time. Stay tuned for the circus, folks. The Earl and Jimmy show is on. On top, Bristow, into Dantley. He's called for an offensive foul, a push against Bernard King.
Number 1 on 88.
Oh, comedy relief.
3 minutes, 33 seconds.
There is none like it. Here's Free into the forecourt, 24-20. That was Dantley's first foul, by the way. Here's Lucas on a drive. Lobs one to left corner to Free. Whips one to Smith posting. Turns, shoots it, blocked by Poquette. Loose on the floor like a wildcat. Smith after it. But he's called for a double dribble.
Double dribble. Turnover. Jazz ball.
I think older officials like Earl and some of the others who don't move as well anymore have really been hurt by the abandonment of the 3 official experiment, because they're required to cover so much of the court now at a relatively advanced age for their trade. Here's a ball that's out of bounds off Dantley. King front of him and got a piece of it. Jeff Judkins comes into the game. Judkins was a Boston Celtic. After 2 years played out, his option was signed here, but hasn't had much time this year. He replaces Griffith. He's a big guard at 6'6". He rubs off to the left, gets a wide open shot, and misses from 18. Rebound on the baseline to King after tap by Free. World brings it up the right side. Free shuffle step, crossover, up he goes over Judkins. The shot doesn't go. Bristow to the board. Quickly he comes out running. Dribbled midcourt for the ball. Drops a pass on a lead to Boone down the right of the lane. 8-foot one-hander in off the glass. 24-22. Lucas back up the floor for the Warriors. Adams calling for the button play. Carroll on a high post. Lucas now pass to Smith outside left. They don't come out on him. Back to Luke on top. Stops there. They drop off him. Nobody plays him for that shot, and he walks. Good reason he walked, because he wanted to give the ball back outside to Free, but Judkins cut off the passing lane, and Lucas made a rookie-like error. Timeout. I don't know how much time. The clock isn't running. We are in the first quarter, and the scoreboard shows the Warriors 24, Utah 22. 80 phase of their home schedule tomorrow night, the third game in 3 nights, and they'll meet the Seattle Supersonics. Downtown, Freddie Brown, Jack Sikma, JJ at company. And, of course, Paul Westphal back in action. It'll be wristband night. Youths receive official Warrior wristbands. Free at the gate. Famous St. Louis Zips performing at halftime. And the Swinging Roosters band on hand. Right now, operators are waiting at 638-6000. And they will take your ticket order and charge it to your master charger. Give them a call while you're watching or listening. Here's Boone into the forecourt now. We've got Smith guarding Alan Bristow. Poquette being guarded by Carroll. King is still on Dantley. Right side of Judkins, the tall guard on the outside. Snap it on top to Dantley. Drives into the lane. Swerves around a man. Misses a flip shot. Rebound by Smith, who had 14 last night in Portland. Up the right side, Lucas with the ball. Lucas stands out front with Boone and wings it off to the right side angle to King. Judkins is guarding Free. On the point now to Luke. Back to Free. Judkins playing him tight. Then to Carroll, posting left of the lane. Turn jump hook. Over the rim and off. A little low on the iron. Rebounded by Dantley. Back out to Boone. Boone up the right side. Met by Lucas, but Lucas returns. Boone crosses over. Goes to the left. Goes to the air. Hits a 15-footer. Boone with 3 hoops now. 6 points. 24 all, and the Jazz finally catch up to the Warriors. Right now, Utah shooting 66%. The Warriors 56. King high, 25 feet from the goal. Back to Free. Judkins reaching for the ball. Free dribbles, reverses, makes a full spin. Shot in his face. Good! A tough 12-footer. He had to go for the moon on a high arc for that one. And World has 10. 26-24. Right side, Dantley giving the ball back to Boone now. Holds the ball over the head. Looking low for Dantley trying to post, but they swing it around instead of Bristow on the left. Smith gives him room. Bristow whips it underneath. Judkins lays it in. World lost Judkins entirely. And Judkins was wide open, and Bristow, who is the most prolific assisting forward in the NBA, gets number 200 on the year. Lucas on the left side.
1 minute.
26 all. 1 minute to go in the quarter. To a high posting Carroll. Back to Free on the right. Fakes left, drives right on Judkins. To the baseline. Up with a jumper. A little long, but he got a good bounce. It rolls around. No good. Rebound scrambled off by Carroll. He's fouled on a muscle return by Judkins. And Carroll will get 3 to make 2. JB hitting the boards hard.
His first penalty situation.
26 all.
48 seconds. 48 seconds.
48 seconds left now in the quarter. Carroll that time was being boxed out, but he did a nice little reverse. Kind of a release that let Poquette, leaning back into him, sort of fall that way, and then he slipped around to the inside. There are a lot of little tricks and stunts you can put on to relieve the pressure of somebody having you boxed off, and that was a good example. Carroll misses. Back iron. Really came kabooming back out to him. He's 4 for 7 on the line. The team is 6 for 9. The Jazz, meantime, 4 for 8. So free throwing has not been at a high level of efficiency. In and out and in, and he's got a penalty chance to get the 2 shots out of this visit. The Warriors slip back in front by 1 at 27-26. Jazz lost 9 straight before winning Tuesday night at Dallas. They have lost 16 of their last 19 after starting the season at 12-5. 2 out of 3 for JB. Now Boone starts up the floor. Lucas out between the circles against the Poquette on the outside, being guarded by Carroll, but loosely. Carroll takes the foul line area, lets Poquette work out near the 3-point arc. Now to Boone, drives on Lucas. Lucas knocks it away, picked up by Bristow. Bristow drives on Smith, deals it off to Judkins, waiting on the right. His shot in and out. Smith's tip almost goes in for Utah. Comes off to King, up to Luke. Luke leaves it for free, into the lane. Jump pass back to Lucas. Lucas driving the slot. And it's blocked, and it's out of bounds. It'll be a Warrior ball.
24 seconds.
24 left in the quarter now. So Strom wants a coordination of the shot clock, and they're putting 24 in it so they can use that visually. No, wait a minute. That's right. It shouldn't be 24 because it's 17 for the Warriors and 24 in the quarter. Lucas now gets it into Carroll out the left corner, back to Lucas, who comes around the perimeter. Adams calling out the time, but it's visible on the 24-second clock. Now World has it out in front. He wants somebody to clear out. He goes one-on-one with Judkins to the left side. A creeping dribble, left-hand hook pass to the right side where Lucas has an open set shot and misses from 21. Rebound taken by Boone up the floor to the stumbling Judkins. A running one-hander. No good. He took a wild shot to get in under the buzzer, but it didn't go. And at the end of the quarter, scoreboard showing Warriors 28 and Utah 26.
I'll tell you, I was a born soccer player. Did everything with my feet. Took out the rubbish with my feet, made the bed with my feet, drove my mum crazy. But I finally found something I enjoy doing with my hands, drinking light beer from Miller. Light has a third less calories than the regular beer. It's less filling, but what really makes me happy is the taste. It's terrific. Now, my mum should be happy too. Look, Mum, no feet.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Oh, Murph, I gotta get ready. Chuck will be here soon.
Who's Chuck?
He's taking me out.
So you're the Chuck that's taking Jill out.
Yes, sir.
In that? How does this thing run?
Great, sir. My mechanic just tuned it.
Oh, you have a mechanic.
Yes, sir. She's fresh out of Union Certified Service School.
She?
Jill.
Jill?
Jill.
Hi.
Jill?
I'm ready.
But it's not too late, my boy.
Murph.
Well, after all,
The spirit of 76.
The Odd Couple is coming weeknights at 11 starting January 5th.
Go to your room! I don't have to take this. I'm going to my room.
Monday through Thursday at 11:30, Benny Hill.
Would you mind if I popped out later?
Cindy, you can pop out anytime you like.
Beginning January 5th, The Odd Couple, weeknights at 11. And Monday through Thursday, Benny Hill at 11:30 on Channel 2. There's only 1, 2.
Battles brings in Purvis short now for Larry Smith and Lorenzo Romar for Lucas. Lucas has been on a horrible shooting slump. For 10 games, he's shooting 33% the last 10, although he did hand out 19 assists in the last 2 games. Here comes the full court press. Free back there along with Romar. Now they drop it off. Romar guarded by Boone. Free still guarded by Judkins. Bristow on King. And Dantley is guarding Short. Short takes it top of the key. He's had a hot hand for 7 games. Now to Carroll, into King, and a roll. He lays it in. He's fouled. It counts. King made a fine roll move on Bristow, who was a half step late getting there, and Carroll hit him right on the money. In stride of the hoop, and the Warriors lead 30-26.
King with 1 shot.
Bristow just there too late, and the timing is everything on that. When a man comes off that move, that roll move, he's got to get the ball in stride. Otherwise, the defender will catch up to him, and King converts a 3-point play. Bernard has 9. Carroll has 10. Free has 10. That accounts for all but 2 of the Warrior points, 31-26. Boone out on the right side angle of Bristow, the left-hander against Short. Puts it over the head looking for Dantley low, but on top they go to Boone. He launches a 22-footer that's perfect. Ron Boone is only 41% on the year, but you wouldn't know it tonight. He has 4 hoops. The Chief out of Omaha Tech. Right side, Short with the ball. Dantley drops way off him, doesn't even play him out there. Now to King. Puts the ball over the head. To the right side, they leave Romar alone, and he guns it. Doesn't go. And up on the board is Judkins to fight it off. Romar missed the open jumper. Now Boone into the forecourt right. Slows it down, gives it up to Bristow. Back to Boone, right side angle. Boone to Judkins, rolling down to the baseline. Reverse against Free. Feeds Bristow on top. Pump fake, put Short in the air. There's the jumper. In and out, a heartbreak. Snatched by Carroll. Quick to Romar. Romar gets it up the floor. He's best on the break. Goes to King. Swerves around Poquette. Clobbered as he tries to go to the hoop, but they say that he ran into Bristow. King thought he was fouled by Poquette as he swiveled around him. But he ran into Bristow, and they say Poquette didn't foul him. Bernard's first foul. That is not a team foul. Boone on the left side. Romar trying to guard him there. Up on top to Bristow. Then to Dantley, rolls underneath, open, and scores on a scoop coming out of left to right. Made a nice little spin move on King. Dantley's very active without the ball on that baseline, and he'll get those. Right side short with the ball, the Warriors by 1. Dantley again lays off him out there. And to King on the right. Outside to Carroll, whips it deep to short, posting, fakes. Fallback shot from 10 is in. He was standing about 5 feet away, but the way he fell away, he released it at 10, 33-30. Boone on the left side, back out now to Bristow, then to Boone again. They go into the pattern. To Bristow, top of the key. Deals off to the right for the waiting Judkins. We have a 3-second call inside on Dantley. Dantley likes to set up camp in there and try to get in a situation where he's got his man playing behind him, and then he'll post it. Dantley with absolutely astounding strength. He'll shove you out of there with just the force of his body. Free comes out again with a noticeable limp, and Parker comes in for him. So Worrell will get the hot pack, heat treatment. Romar bounce one to short on the right. Then on the point to Parker. Griffith back in the game, and he's guarding Parker. Back to short, the right side. Deep to Carroll, turn jump hook, good. 8-footer off the right side at the baseline. And JB has 12, and the Warriors get it back up to 5. They led by 6 earlier in the game. Bristow on top. Griffith fakes, drives to the right, shoots a jumper over Parker. Good! Oh, he can't hang in the air. It's our first look at him in person. 35-32. He really gets up and extends on that jumper. Parker, right side. Now to King on the right. Then on the point to Romar. Romar tattoos the dribble. Whips one to short, who quickly launches the rainbow. Doesn't go on a 15-foot trot. Carroll, good timing in the rebound, and puts it back underneath. His timing patience was better than that of the Jazz rebounders. Dantley up the left side. Warriors back up by 5. Dantley dribbles, lobs one to Poquette, who takes a 22-footer and hits. Poquette hurt the Warriors in a game there last year on that top of the key jump shot. Romar bounce pass to Carroll. Poquette slaps at him. Double team. Carroll back out on top to Romar. Push it over to Parker. Back to short in the right corner. Dribbles baseline. Left hand flip. Good, and a foul call. There was a deft maneuver by Purvis Short. A beautiful finesse drive on the baseline, and the foul is on Dantley. Dantley missed as he went by trying to get from behind, and Short, with his body partly behind the plane of the backboard, had great left-hand control. Dantley picks up his second foul. Short on the line. Beckons to Adles that he's feeling the pace now, and that he might, at least I thought that was a signal, he might need relief here. But that wouldn't seem to be right with a minute and a half to go. Maybe they were talking about matchups because they've got to change. Cooper's back in the game. And here's Ricky Green, the one-time Warrior guard, as the Warriors lead by 6. Now to Dantley on the left side. Dantley drives on King, knocks him backward. They won't give him the call. Dantley shoots, 15-footer, good. Adles is up, looking out at Capers and asking him when he's going to call something. Here's Romar into the forecourt. Green, the very quick Michigan State grad, is after it. 40-36.
8 minutes, 30 seconds.
Right side short with the ball.
30 seconds.
Gives it up to King. Whips one underneath to Parker. A twist shot that's off balance. No good. Rebound taken off by Poquette. Out to Green. Parker picks him up. Green blows by him down to the lane. All the way. Lays it up good. Parker would not be able to handle Green's speed. That's a matchup that could prove really meddlesome. Down the right. Short with the ball. Stabbed out of his hands. It's picked up by Griffith. Griffith to Green. Driving on Romar. Leads it off for Griffith. Griffith can't control it as Romar got a piece of it, and they call it a jump ball.
8 minutes even. 8 minutes.
Now Ray's going to get into the ball game here. Ray's coming in for Carroll. Outside of that short time when the shoe problem beset JB.
Jazz ball.
Now we got a timeout by the Jazz. So Ray has plenty of time to get in. 10:26 to go in the second quarter, and the scoreboard. No, that's right. It's 8 minutes to go. The scoreboard is not functioning again time-wise, and the scoreboard shows the Warriors 40, Utah 38.
The New York steak dinner at Denny's starts with more than a half-pound loin of beef, aged just the right number of days, grilled up juicy and tender. Next come crisp onion rings, then a big baked potato with real sour cream, and grilled garlic toast, all for only $5.95. Come try the New York steak dinner at Denny's, where you'll like our prices and you'll love our food.
Now comes Miller time. The flag is dropped, the race is a memory. And now you're coasting into the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, America's quality beer since 1855.
If you got the time, we've got the beer.
time.
Guests interviewed receive a gift from DeBose Fine Jewelers, serving the Bay Area for over 10 years, featuring a large selection of fine timepieces like Rolex, Omega, Seiko, and Bulova. A tradition of excellence, every product, every time. DeBose Fine Jewelers with 2 locations, Mill Valley and Redwood City.
Into the Golden State line.
Ray is in at center now. King and Short of the corners. Romar's at guard with Parker. The Jazz with that bigger lineup. Cooper with 3 fouls is back in at center. He's matched up with Ray. Poquette and Danley are the forwards, and Ricky Green and Griffith in the backcourt. Griffith will jump with Romar. Griffith, of course, about 2 inches taller. The tip goes to Danley. Baseline left. A whistle, a foul. A holding call on King. Not a shooting foul. First Warrior team foul. The scoreboard is off on everything now. Here's Green, left side, except the score. On top to Griffith. Dribbles, leaves Parker. Here comes Short. He falls away from him and banks it good. Go, Griffith. He's shooting 45.9% for the year, averaging 21.3 a game. 40 all, so the Warriors' lead of 6 is quickly wiped out by 6 straight points. Romar on the right, guns it on top to Parker. In deep to King, posting. A turnaround shot, no good. Ray tips, no good. Tips again, no good. And he'll get called for... No, Poquette will get called for the foul. Not on a shot, however, according to Strong. That's Poquette's second personal.
Number 2 on Poquette. Number 3 on the Jazz.
3 on the Jazz now. King ready to inbound from the left side. On top to Romar as Green missed a steal from behind. Romar's pass broken up by Green. Green creating havoc up to Griffith. Griffith drives on Short. There's the dunk. His nickname was Dr. Dunkenstein in college, and that is 8 straight. And the Warriors trail 42-40. He can really sky. Romar on the right side. Back on top to Parker. In it goes to King, posting up, goes under Poquette, tries to shovel it off, but the ball loose, picked up by Poquette. Now to Griffith, behind the back with a dribble. Running free, top of the key. Parker cuts him off. He shoots over him, no good from 20. Short eye for the rebound. Quick outlet to Romar, down the middle he comes. Now peels off, nothing inside. Cross-court pass now goes to Short. He has an open 18-footer, and he puts it down. Boy, just nothing but net. 42 all. So that broke a run of 8 by the Jazz. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Can't give you the exact time yet. On top, Dantley against Short. Fakes with a head, fakes again, top of the key, falls back, shoots it. No good from 22. Rebound off Cooper, kept it alive to Griffith. He drives the slot. King makes him pull up. He does. Misses to the right. Rebound Cooper. He puts it in. Warriors not taking care of blocking out. They've got a small lineup right now. King 6'7", Short 6'7", Ray 6'9", without the jumping ability that was once there. And that's tough. Bad pass by Romar goes out of bounds. As Green was harrying him, and he tried to loft it over him to Short and missed. Lucas was waiting to come in for Lorenzo. Lorenzo had 3 assists in 4 minutes last night. Adams would rather get him in there, he says, when the game is open in a running game, because he's very good on the break. Now Lucas will be trying to guard Ricky Green. Green, a more hungry ball player than when he was a Warrior. Pass to Dantley, rolling through. He blows a turn-under shot, and it's taken now by Ricky Brown, who's in the game. Dantley thought he was fouled. Pass from Lucas to Short, right side 18-footer. Good, a glass shot. Warriors tie it again at 44 all. Free, after having that hot pack on the knee, is getting ready to return. Green bounces one to Poquette. Big man plays outside, Ray guarding. Meantime, Ricky Brown guards Cooper. Now to Griffith, top of the key, and he's called for a violation. Double dribble or a walk? Double dribble. So the Warriors get it back on the turnover. Free comes back in. They've got more scoring punch in the lineup now. Short has been carrying the bench load. He has 9 points. That's all of the points from the Warrior bench. The Jazz have 4 points from their bench. 44 all. Bounce pass to Short on the right side. Dantley will give him that ball out at 22 feet. Now Short drives, fakes Dantley, shoots it over him. 12-footer, in and out. Rebound taken off by Cooper. Protecting the ball. Cooper starts up the floor, leads a pass to Dantley. Dantley on the outside against Short. Goes into the lane, runs all over him. He scores on a hook. Strom says no offensive foul. Dantley's got a technical as he bounces it and goes high in the air. He comes out of the game also as Bristow is coming in. Dantley, according to all the players in the league, gets away with murder on that very play. And he is so startled that they finally called it on him that he blew his cork. Dantley knows how to use his muscle, and he's really gotten a lot of license that way, and when they took it away from him, It really burned his hide. Short misses on the free throw on the technical. So the Warriors get the ball back on the offensive foul. That was AD's third personal. 2 of them have come on charging calls. Here's a pass almost thrown away to Ricky Brown on the right. 6'10", guarded by 6'9" Coquette. Back to Free. Free guns it over in the right corner. Goes there for Short. Can't get the shot up. Now to Ray. Drives, swirls across the lane. Shot too hard off the glass. Brown tip no good. Short gets a garbage. Puts it in off the glass from 7 feet. 11 for Purvis. He's really fired things up. While Free is only playing in spurts because of the sore knee. And Carroll gets a rest. Right side, Ricky Green, guarded by Lucas. On top, Coquette's open. There's the jumper. It won't go. And Free is in the air to rebound. Warriors by 2, 46-44. Good contest. Drive by Free. Now stop and go. Herky jerks, falls away, and fires a bullet cross court to Lucas. Feeds it in the corner to Short. Short 16-footer. Good again. And he is smoking hot. 48-44. Short with 13. The last 7 games, he's averaged 55% plus while playing just 27 minutes a game. Green outside, scores on an 18-foot jumper. Ricky has 2, 48-46. 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Ricky Green crowding Lucas out front. Lucas protects the ball with his body. Left hands it to Short on top. Now to Free on the left. Free drives on Griffith, reverses, bobs, weaves. There's the jumper. He's fouled. It doesn't go. Griffith on his arm. And Worrell will get to the line. Free gave him several moves that time. He faked a return with a little quick bob, and that's when he lost Griffith. And Griffith wasn't able to contain the temptation to try to jump and block the shot. Thus the foul. Going to the line is Worrell.
Toyota invites you to see all the 1981 cars and trucks at your local Toyota dealer.
First quarter, Utah shot 52%, and the Warriors 50 from the floor. Free gets them both down. He'd slipped a little bit on the foul line in the last several games. Had been shooting a very hot stretch. 50-46, Bristow on the left. Out on top now to Boone. Boone back in the game with Lucas guarding. Boone and Griffith are the guards. Pass now goes to Griffith, falling away with a jumper. Good. There's a pattern they were working for Griffith. He goes along the baseline to the right, then circles back to the inside. Free couldn't stay with him and committed the personal. Chance for the three-point play. Griffith only a 70% free thrower. He's got it.
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
50-49.
30 seconds.
Here's the pass now, and they've got the full court press. Lucas on the right side. Up the floor it goes to Ray, but it's flicked away by Boone. Lucas didn't put any smoke on the pass. Boone up the floor, left side of Griffith. Griffith jumper from 18, good. 51-50, Utah. Here's the pressure defense again. They get it up to Ray this time on the left side. Now the half-court offense, they give it to Lucas. Griffith guarding Luke. Boone is on Free. Luke on top to Brown. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. To Free on the right. They isolate him against Boone. He dribbles. Here's Griffith to help. Free draws 2 men. Cross court to Lucas. Swing it to Short. Baseline left. 12-foot rainbow. Got another one! Short, just an amazing display. 15 points here in less than 10 minutes. Bristow from the outside misses it. Ray, good leap that time for the rebound. Back out it comes to Free. Free up the left side. Turns it onto the baseline. Shut off by Griffith. There's the reverse. There's the jumper. It's good. He's fouled. It counts. And twice he's gotten Griffith on that same move. 2:31 left to go in the second quarter as the Warriors call timeout. Scoreboard showing Warriors 54 and the Jazz 51. 6,000 where operators are waiting to take your call. Warrior tickets are also available, of course, elsewhere around the Bay Area, but this is the time right now to get that done because there's a big demand for these tickets. The only time this year that these two teams, either of them, will be in the Bay Area against the Warriors. Free will get on the line after making that duplicate move on the baseline. This time he hit the shot. The previous time he didn't. Both times Griffith fell for that little reverse and then returned to the baseline area and fouled him. And Free buries a three-point play with that. He now has 15 in the ball game, playing in limited stretches. 55-51 Warriors after the Jazz had wiped out it. 6-point Warrior lead. Bristow on the right side, one dribble. Cross court on top now to Griffith. Fakes, dribbles it off his foot. Loose ball. Bristow after it. Free after it. Bristow on a dive. And they say that he made contact in the forecourt, landed in the backcourt, and therefore it is over and back. And the Warriors get the ball. Free did not try to dive for the ball because his knees are hurting, and he couldn't really push off.
2 minutes, 15 seconds, 2:15.
2:15 to go now in the second quarter. Jazz shooting 60% tonight, 23 of 38. Warriors 55%, 21 of 38. Warriors winning the rebounding 19-12, but they won last night 52-42, and they lost the ball game. Lucas on top with Griffith. Smokes one over the right side of Short. Baseline fake, puts his man behind him and shoots it down. Short in one of the hottest grooves we've ever seen as he let Poquette go by on the fake. 57-51. Short 17 and a quarter. Boone right side on top to Bristow, outside to Cooper. Cooper dribbles on Brown, a running hook out of the foul line area, doesn't go, spills off. Lucas rebound. Lucas up court, 6-point lead, equaling the best balls they've had. Right side to Short, looking for the hot man. And he faked that time and walked. He pulled the pivot foot as Bristow didn't go for the fake, and Purvis called for the travel. 1:45 left to go, second quarter. Ready to go now, outside left, to give it to Bristow, and then back to Boone. On top to Bristow. Puts it over the head, feeds it right side to Griffith, low to Poquette, posting Ray, turns to the hoop and scores. Working from the right side into the lane. 57-53. Ben Poquette, 4-year veteran. P-O-Q-U-E-T-T-E, originally a second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons. Here's Free now, guarded by Boone. Back over to Lucas with Griffith on him. Lucas clears it out. They go to an almost 1-4 set. There's a pass to Free, stepping out to the foul line. Crowded by Boone, shoots a bomb over him. No good. Rattles off into the hands of Poquette. Back to Boone, starts up the floor, got a 3-on-4. Puts one over in the left corner to Bristow. Back to a trailing Cooper, whirling into the lane, off balance, backward, and he scores! He almost fell down with his back to the hoop and blasted in from out of the lane. Cooper with 8, 57-55. Lucas tattoos the dribble, now backdoor to Short, guides it in on an alley-oop. He left Bristow standing flat on a backdoor move because he was overplaying him. 1:35 left to go, second quarter. Warriors by 3. Here's a drive, a running shovel shot. Good by Boone on the baseline. 50. It's 59-57. A moment ago I said 58. The scoreboard hadn't posted the 9. 20 seconds left in the quarter now. That's the update. Here's Free with the ball out front. Getting pressure from Boone. Down to 15. 8 on the shot timer. 6 seconds. Now he goes on Boone. Gets by him on the left. Here comes Poquette. The shot rolls off. Tip no good. Tip Ray no good. Foul call. Griffith. That's 3 on Griffith, and Ray will get to the line. On the shot. 3 to make 2 for Ray. Brown tipped it alive first, and Ray took a swat at it. Free made a great move to beat Boone, but he floated it over Poquette a little offline. And Ray was hammered by the over-exuberant Griffith, the Warriors' assistant coach, of course, an erratic free throw shooter over the years. He's 51.4% this year. First one around and out. We've got 4 seconds left, is that correct? 59-57 Warriors. Here's Ray now. He has 2 to make 2. Judkins has come in for Griffith. This one rolls in, and the Warriors lead by 3. And now the Jazz hollering at Strom, wondering why he gets 3 to make 2. Here's the penalty. Good. And Ray gets 2 out of 3. 4-point lead. Full court pressure. Now it goes to Judkins midcourt. Gets it across. Gets past Lucas. Down the lane. Scores. They take it away. They say grab the shot off. And I wonder about that one. No basket. The Warriors allowed Judkins to get nearly the length of the floor. Lucas lost him completely. Went by the reaching Ray. He took the shot. And I can't tell. I looked at the replay. We didn't have a superimposed clock because the clock isn't running right. And I've got a black and white monitor, and I couldn't see when the red light went on. Was it on? Okay. Apparently, the replay made it appear, at least, that the officials made the right call. No basket at the quarter. Excuse me, at the half. Warriors 61, Jazz 57. Phil King back at courtside here at the Salt Palace, alluding back briefly to that final shot by Judkins that went in off the glass that ended the first half of play. we took a more deliberate look at the replay, and I'd say that the issue is still in doubt. We didn't have a situation where Judkins, at the release of the ball, was in view at the same time that the light was. It was instants later. The ball was on its way and the light was on. It was only a few feet from Judkins' hands, but that still is not a final indicator, so it could still be in a very doubtful area. The Warriors leading here 61-57, with Lloyd Free having to play an alternate burst and then go to the bench and heat up his sore knee. Others have done an excellent job of taking up the slack. Joe Barry Carroll in the middle, 14 points, played a bit over a quarter in so doing, and that's augmented Lloyd Free's 15. But the bench has really been, I think, the difference in the first half. That and the fact that the Warriors have done a primary thing that must be done against the Utah Jazz, keep them off the foul line as much as possible. After they got up there 6 times very early, including Dantley's appearance there 4 times, they were kept off the line in the second quarter to only 1 free throw attempt, which they made. And at the half, the Warriors have put in 15 of 20 of their own. They've had a very good success in getting the ball inside and also getting people to foul free in the act of shooting. Meantime, the Jazz have made only 5 of their 9 free throw attempts thus far in the ball game tonight. On the other hand, the bench for Utah has not been an area of productivity. Offensively, they have 6 points from their bench. From the Warriors' standpoint, they have 21, of which 19 have come from Purvis Short. But it should be pointed out that Clifford Ray did probably about as solid a job as you could ask him to do at this stage of his career in playing the great bulk of that second quarter for Joe Barry Carroll and blocking off enough on the boards and creating some havoc there and generally not letting things get out of hand, as sometimes have occurred when Carroll had to go to the bench. And Adle's very conscious that JB, still feeling his way into the physical rigors of the NBA, has had a bit of a problem on the second game of 2 nights back-to-back. And tonight, this takes some of the pressure off of that. So Free has 15 and Carroll 14, but they both trail short in his explosive 19 points. Bernard King has 9. 2 for Larry Smith, 2 for Clifford Ray off the bench. Lucas has not scored, and Parker didn't score. Neither did Brown and Romar in their appearances in the first half. For the Jazz, 14 by Dantley. He sat down late in the second quarter with his 3rd foul. Griffith had 13, 11 of them in the second quarter. He had to leave late in the second quarter with foul number 3. 8 for Cooper and 6 for Poquette. But then off the bench, only the 4 by Ricky Green and 2 by Judkins. Bristow did not score. They've used only 8 men thus far. Foul situation with Griffith and Dantley having 3. Whether they have a legitimate shot at the record for most wins in an NBA season. The present record is 69, held by the great Los Angeles club of the 71-72 season, the team that won 33 in a row in the early part of that campaign. I don't know. It'd be hard to say at this point. It's a little early. It's very important if they get through their 6-game road trip that begins tonight in Kansas City. They'll be at Kansas City, Denver, and L.A. 3 in 3 nights. Then they go on farther. A guard who could come off the bench and back up Free in that particular role. I don't mean somebody can put the ball down like World, but I was talking to Al Adams before the game tonight, and he said he really feels that pinch because the rest of the Warrior guard corps, whether starters or relievers off the bench, are not people that put the ball down regularly out at 18 or 20 feet. And that's something that would really take some of the burden off Free, distribute the playing minutes a little bit more, and give the Warriors a better chance when you run into these 3 in 3 nights, 4 in 5 nights circumstances in which they are now participating. This the 3rd in 4, and of course the 2nd in a row, and then tomorrow night goes to the ultimate end of that string. And with a 4-point lead here, Adle will be pushing hard to find a way to get that victory so he can go into that Seattle game perhaps with a little bit of a cushion, assured that they won't come out of it with 0-3, and that certainly can happen when you go into the 3rd game of the series having lost the first 2. The Warriors, of course, have been shooting to try to get down the stretch in the month of December and actually get out at 500 or better. Considering the difficulty of the schedule, it's going to be very tough to do tonight, but certainly give them a little edge. After this 3 in 3 nights, they go to Kansas City next Tuesday, but when they return home, where the home court has been very helpful to them, they've got to meet the likes of Boston and Philadelphia, which, of course, don't seem to find that a home court or a road court makes much difference in this campaign. Be sure and get your tickets for those Boston-Philadelphia dates. Remember, you can still call 638 on 26 of 42 for Utah. The Warriors themselves are shooting the type of percentage that often will get you a 15-point lead at halftime. 55 on 23 of 42. So each team has as many shots, but the Warriors have made 3 less. The Warriors are winning the rebounding battle at this point, 21-13, and they've got a good collective effort. Smith with 5, Carroll with 4, Ray with 4 in his 10-minute stint. And for the Jazz, Cooper has 4 and Poquette 3 of their 13. Lucas with 6 assists for the Warriors, although his shooting slump continues with 0 for 2, and he has 3 turnovers. For the Jazz, 7 assists by Alan Bristow, as, of course, with guys like Griffith and Dantley and the ability that they have to put the ball down, if a man knows how to get them the ball, he's going to have a fine assist mark. And Bristow has exactly that, as we mentioned earlier, the #1 assist mark among forwards in this season in the NBA. I'm just double-checking Griffith here. They have Griffith shown with 4 fouls. Griffith is shown with 4 fouls and not 3. We had 3. To that final shot by Judkins that went in off the glass that ended the first half of play. We took a more deliberate look at the replay, and I'd say that the issue is still in doubt. We didn't have a situation where Judkins, at the release of the ball, was in view at the same time that the light was. It was instants later. The ball was on its way and the light was on. It was only a few feet from Judkins' hands, but that still is not a final indicator, so it could still be in a very doubtful area. The Warriors leading here 61-57, with Lloyd Free having to play an alternate burst and then go to the bench and heat up his sore knee. Others have done an excellent job of taking up the slack. Joe Barry Carroll in the middle, 14 points, played a bit over a quarter in so doing, and that's augmented Lloyd Free's 15. But the bench has really been, I think, the difference in the first half. That and the fact that the Warriors have done a primary thing that must be done against the Utah Jazz, keep them off the foul line as much as possible. After they got up there 6 times very early, including Dantley's appearance there 4 times, they were kept off the line in the second quarter to only 1 free throw attempt, which they made. And at the half, the Warriors have put in 15 of 20 of their own. They've had a very good success in getting the ball inside and also getting people to foul free in the act of shooting. Meantime, the Jazz have made only 5 of their 9 free throw attempts thus far in the ball game tonight. On the other hand, the bench for Utah has not been an area of productivity. Offensively, they have 6 points from their bench. From the Warriors' standpoint, they have 21, of which 19 have come from Purvis Short. But it should be pointed out that Clifford Ray did probably about as solid a job as you could ask him to do at this stage of his career in playing the great bulk of that second quarter for Joe Barry Carroll and blocking off enough on the boards and creating some havoc there and generally not letting things get out of hand, as sometimes have occurred when Carroll had to go to the bench. And Adle's very conscious that JB, still feeling his way into the physical rigors of the NBA, has had a bit of a problem on the second game of 2 nights back-to-back. And tonight, this takes some of the pressure off of that. So Free has 15 and Carroll 14, but they both trail short in his explosive 19 points. Bernard King has 9. 2 for Larry Smith, 2 for Clifford Ray off the bench. Lucas has not scored, and Parker didn't score. Neither did Brown and Romar in their appearances in the first half. For the Jazz, 14 by Dantley. He sat down late in the second quarter with his 3rd foul. Griffith had 13, 11 of them in the second quarter. He had to leave late in the second quarter with foul number 3. 8 for Cooper and 6 for Poquette. But then off the bench, only the 4 by Ricky Green and 2 by Judkins. Bristow did not score. They've used only 8 men thus far. Foul situation with Griffith and Dantley having 3. Whether they have a legitimate shot at the record for most wins in an NBA season. The present record is 69, held by the great Los Angeles club of the 71-72 season, the team that won 33 in a row in the early part of that campaign. I don't know. It'd be hard to say at this point. It's a little early. It's very important if they get through their 6-game road trip that begins tonight in Kansas City. They'll be at Kansas City, Denver, and L.A. 3 in 3 nights. Then they go on farther. A guard who could come off the bench and back up Free in that particular role. I don't mean somebody that can put the ball down like World, but I was talking to Al Adams before the game tonight, and he said he really feels that pinch because the rest of the Warrior guard corps, whether starters or relievers off the bench, are not people that put the ball down regularly out at 18 or 20 feet. And that's something that would really take some of the burden off Free, distribute the playing minutes a little bit more, and give the Warriors a better chance when you run into these 3 in 3 nights, 4 in 5 nights circumstances in which they are now participating. This the 3rd in 4, and of course the 2nd in a row, and then tomorrow night goes to the ultimate end of that string. And with a 4-point lead here, Adel will be pushing hard to find a way to get that victory so he can go into that Seattle game perhaps with a little bit of a cushion, assured that they won't come out of it with 0-3, and that certainly can happen when you go into the 3rd game of the series having lost the first 2. The Warriors, of course, have been shooting to try to get down the stretch in the month of December and actually get out at 500 or better. Considering the difficulty of the schedule, it's going to be very tough to do, but a win tonight would certainly give them a little edge. After this 3-3 nights, they go to Kansas City next Tuesday, but when they return home, where the home court has been very helpful to them, they've got to meet the likes of Boston and Philadelphia, which, of course, don't seem to find that a home court or a road court makes much difference in this campaign. Be sure and get your tickets for those Boston-Philadelphia dates. Remember, you can still call 638 on 26 of 42 for Utah. The Warriors themselves are shooting the type of percentage that often will get you a 15-point lead at halftime. 55 on 23 of 42. So each team has as many shots, but the Warriors have made 3 less. The Warriors are winning the rebounding battle at this point, 21-13, and they've got a good collective effort. Smith with 5, Carroll with 4, Ray with 4 in his 10-minute stint. And for the Jazz, Cooper has 4 and Poquette 3 of their 13. Lucas with 6 assists for the Warriors, although his shooting slump continues with 0 for 2, and he has 3 turnovers. For the Jazz, 7 assists by Alan Bristow, as, of course, with guys like Griffith and Dantley and the ability that they have to put the ball down, if a man knows how to get them the ball, he's going to have a fine assist mark. And Bristow has exactly that, as we mentioned earlier, the #1 assist mark among forwards in this season in the NBA. I'm just double-checking Griffith here. They have Griffith shown with 4 fouls. Griffith is shown with 4 fouls and not 3. We had 3. I'm not sure if this should be the official stat sheet. The individual shooting for the Jazz, Boone has made 5 of 5. Dantley 6 for 11. Griffith 6 for 9. Cooper 3 for 4. Poquette 3 for 5. Those are amazing stats. Green 2 for 2. Only Bristow at 0 for 2, and Judkins 1 for 4 are not shooting stratospherically. For the Warriors, Carroll 4 out of 5. Free 6 for 11. Short 9 for 12, and King 3 for 6 in the pace. Somebody just won something with a half-court shot. Seems like we've been on hand a number of times for that sort of thing. What do he win? He wins a car.
I honestly don't know what to say. We've had so many misses. I never...
Well, we saw it happen once at home. We saw it happen, I remember, at Phoenix. And I think at Portland. That's amazing. Crowd of over 10,000 from the looks of it tonight, enjoying that, in addition to a hard, competitive NBA game. Our next simulcast will be Tuesday night from Kansas City, with the video beginning at 5:30 Pacific time on the 30th. Meantime, tonight, Philadelphia has moved a bit ahead of KC at the end of 3, 83-78. Tough ball game down up there at Kansas City. Houston beat Detroit 114-94, and Atlanta beat New Jersey 101-95. Lucas on the right side. They're starting Griffith in the third quarter. Warriors now with King handling it out front, the original starters for the Warriors. Carroll spins to get open, can't handle a pass. Hustles out in the left corner to pick it up. Now that breaks the momentum. 6 seconds of the timer. King, foul line, jumper, good! Bernard hitting to make the 11 for him, and he is now 4 for 7 from the floor. And the Warriors lead by 6. Here's Cooper up high against Larry Smith. Fakes to the right and gets rid of it to Griffith. We got an offensive foul. If that's on Dantley, that's number 4. We didn't get much of a sign from Capers. I don't think the stat people got it either. That's 4 on AD. He is fit to be tied right now. He's furious. So we're in the first minute of the third quarter now. Lucas bounce one to Smith, posting Dantley, who falls away, and Smith scores. They'll go right at Dantley's man now. Dantley's very conscious, and Adel's reminding Lucas of that. Dantley conscious of trying to stay alive with 4 fouls. AD on the right side with a dribble left-handed. Looks to pass, bounce one to Boone, right corner, up with a jumper. Doesn't go, his first miss of the night. Loose rebound, comes off to King. He's challenged and then gives it to Lucas. Luke up the floor, right side to Free. They have their biggest lead of the night. Crossover dribble, launches a 21-footer. In and out. And there's Cooper inside. The ex-Warrior rebounding. I think he hurt his ankle. Picked up by Carroll, and he dunks. He lost the ball, and Carroll got garbage and dunked, and the Warriors lead by 10, and Cooper is down. He missed 5 games and only came back last week, and it's the same ankle from all appearances. That was certainly instrumental in the Jazz 9-game losing streak, his absence during a part of that. Cooper, I think, is going to be through for the night at the rate he's going off the floor. With Dantley at 4 fouls and Griffith with 4, and Cooper going out, they're fighting a tough battle right now. That certainly offsets the problem Adams is having with Free. Well, do we have a full timeout or not? I don't. Okay, we'll call it a timeout here. Early third quarter, scoreboard showing Warriors 67, Jazz 57. They gave us a short timeout, and there have been 2 sequences while you were cut away. You didn't miss that much. Utah threw the ball away, and then Larry Smith tried to post Dantley again, just called for walking. Utah back up the floor, an offensive foul, and that's called on Jeff Wilkins, who has come into the ball game for Cooper. Wilkins is a big youngster at 7'2", was signed out of the Continental League. At 7 feet, 240 is the way they list him. I had seen one place he was listed at 7'2". He's out of Illinois State. Here's Free on the left side. Cross-court swing out of King. Up, quick 12-footer, doesn't go. Spike tip missed by Smith, and they call it for offensive interference anyway. So the Warriors can't build their lead. It's 10 right now, while the Jazz are trying to regroup here with foul problems and an injury to Cooper. And the Warriors have lost a golden opportunity to really put them in a catch-up situation. Boone on top to Poquette. Right side to Griffith. He shoots a jump shot with no pressure on him, but it's no good, and Free gets the bounce rebound. He and Carroll almost lose it between them. Whirled up the floor. He's playing in a lot of pain, according to assistant John Bach. Down the lane he goes. Twists up a shot. Good as Poquette reached, and he sort of curled the body away from it. Free was 17, playing a gutty effort tonight. 69-57. Dantley to Wilkins on top. He is 7 feet. I don't think he's 7'2". Right to Griffith. Griffith back on top. Poquette. Good look. Shoots it. In and out. Rebound foul. That'll be Wilkins. Carroll had inside position on it. And the Jazz in a very critical period now. And the Warriors in a spot where they can really put themselves in the driver's seat. Lucas starts up the floor, running the half-court offense. Griffith guarding him. Boone guarding Free. Bounce one to King on the right. Watch Dantley and Smith. They're away from the ball on the left now. King holds the ball, looks for Larry, not open, on the point to World. They jam things up to help Dantley, so World goes one-on-one, falls away, 19-footer, doesn't go, and Poquette's inside to rebound. Now it comes to Boone. Warriors getting only 1 score out of 4 possessions here. Boone to the baseline. Can't get by Free. Throws one back to Wilkins, the rookie. Outside of Griffith on the left. Head and shoulder faking. Reverses on Free. Falls away. Guns it. No good from 15. Rebound in the lane by Wilkins. And he is fouled on the way to the hoop as he went backpedaling, perhaps walking, but they didn't call that. They fouled Carroll on that one. He's the man they called, I should say. And here's Wilkins on the line. He has not been called on with great frequency. 12 minutes a game in the 11 appearances he's made. 39% field goal shooter. He has not had a free throw attempt. This is first of the year, and he hits. He was signed when they released James Hardy as a lost project. Big guy spins that ball. It's another. And so it's 69-59. The Warriors not running away from him. Now they got to be careful. Utah throwing that full court press. They get it up to King. Smokes a pass that Wilkins deflects, but it caroms off to Free. Whips one underneath. Got Smith against Wilkins. Left-hand turn hook, no good. Tip, good, King. Good left-hand effort. Curled around and down. 71-59, Warriors. Poquette outside left. Back to the Chief, Ron Boone. On top to Poquette. Looks low for Dantley, running baseline stuff. Now to Griffith, drives inside Free, and a finger roll for 2 right over the front iron. Griffith posts 14 and 15 for the night. Lucas on the right side. 10-point Warrior lead. Guns it to King. Drives across the lane under Poquette. Flares away. Misses the shot. Loose out of bounds. It hit Larry Smith. And the Warriors have converted 2 of their 6 possessions into scores now. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dantley on the left side. Gives it back outside of Boone. Then to Dantley on top against King. He fades away from him. Shoots. No good. Carroll climbs for the rebound. Back to Luke. Luke up the floor. Top of the key. Penetrating drive. Behind the back pass. Thrown away, but King runs it down. Back on top to Luke. Looking to Smith, posting, but not open. Now to King. Low to Carroll on the right. Double team. Now to King. Straight away, 19-footer. Bernard King, 15. Doesn't look for that shot, but if it's there, he takes it, and he has an excellent percentage from that area. Poquette left side. Holds the ball high. outside. Back on the point to Wilkins, working a high post. Swing it to Griffith in the left. Dribbles, goes for a 15-footer. Air ball. Smith has it out to Lucas. He and free, 2-on-1 with Boone, the defender. Fakes the pass and scores. Lucas faked a wraparound, juked him just enough. Boone backpedaled, and Lucas took it to the glass. 14-point lead. Judkins coming into the game now as the Jazz haven't been able to adjust from the burden of fouls and the injury to Cooper. Dantley, right side angle of Boone. Dantley going through his bump by King and fouled. Bernard picks up number 3. Here's Judkins in now, replacing Griffith. Judkins 6'6".
Replaces Joe Griffith for the Jazz. Wayne Cooper.
He's from the Utah area, went to the University of Utah. Cooper comes back. Boy, I'll tell you, he looked like he was out for the year for a while. He recovered well. Short trip to Lourdes. 75-61. So that bolsters the Jazz hopes immediately. Right side, Poquette with the ball. On top to Coop. Spreading out on defense is Smith, so he feeds it over the right to Boone. Dribbles to the edge of the lane. His pass is broken up. Karam's off to Poquette outside. 10 seconds on their timer. Now to Boone. Beats Lucas, but Lucas knocks it away behind. Smith gets it. Beats Lucas. Breakaway. Here comes Judkins, so he drops it back to Smith, and he dunks. Lucas dropped it off to Smith, the trailer, but he almost did the same thing he did in the game with Seattle a week or so ago, almost 2 weeks ago. Blew the fast break by not taking it to the hoop and at least drawing the foul. That time Larry came through with a dunk. 77-61 Warriors. Boone on the right side. Boone to the foul line. Stops there. Shoots a 14-footer off the iron. Cooper after the rebound can't hold it. King comes up. Now to Lucas. He heads to the middle on a 4-on-3. Deals to King. Streaking to the hoop. He is decked on a shot that doesn't go. Boy, he had the afterburners fully charged that time. And Lucas read him very well. He had a head of steam as Boone made contact and hammered him. King, the man was fouled, and we got a timeout called by the Jazz. Mid-third quarter, scoreboard showing Warriors 77, Utah 61.
Clothing clearance centers, where it's always better than buying wholesale, is having a wall-to-wall price blitz. Thousands of suits priced from $49.90 to $149.90. Three-piece corduroy suits discounted only $49.90, or designer three-piece pinstripe suits at $149.90, the highest price. Start the New Year's with tremendous savings on these famous labels. All first-quality suits in all sizes, including those hard to fit. Clothing clearance centers, Daly City, San Francisco, San Pablo, and our newest store in Santa Clara.
It pays to help yourself. Self-service furniture.
Help yourself to the savings. Read those big red sale tags all over the huge display floor at Self-Service Furniture. Living room, dining room, bedroom, furniture and carpet for every room. It's savings you've got to see to believe. On now, the big sale.
You've got to help yourself. Self-Service Furniture. Help yourself.
Guests interviewed receive a Panasonic RSJ3 cassette player, complements Pacific Stereo, the Soundworks, and Panasonic. On or off the court, this miniature marvel goes wherever you go. Weighs just 11 ounces, plays full-size cassettes, comes complete with open-air headphones and shoulder strap. See this and the whole line of fine Panasonic audio and video products at Pacific Stereo and Soundworks stores. 26 Northern California locations to serve you.
More information on the Junior Jazz Club.
6:04 left now, so half a quarter. Utah scored one basket, and that was by Griffith. They have 4 points, 2 free throws by Wilkins. The Warriors have outscored them 16-4 here.
His second Jazz team foul, Bernard King, with 2 shots.
King trying to pad the lead. 2 shots. First one good. So Bernard is 4 for 4. The team tonight is 16 of 21. The Jazz 7 of 11. In and out. Rebound comes out long to Judkins. Now to Green. Green, the speedster's in the ballgame. He'll really get that ball up the floor for you, and he'll harry you on defense. Poquette on the outside. Back on the point to Cooper. He's playing a high post. Looks to the left. Green takes the pass there. Lucas guarding. Danley trying to post. Takes the pass. Turns into King. The hook shot around and good. I'll tell you, if that is not offensive foul, I don't know what is. 78-63. Here's King right down the other end to score over Poquette. Here's Green burning the ball up the floor and slowing it down. 80-63 Warriors.
5 minutes.
Left side, Poquette with the ball. Gives it on top to Cooper at that high post. He likes that face-up jumper, but gives it to Judkins on the right. Judkins dribbles one, steps back to Poquette, top of the key, gives to Cooper right there, leans in, fires, in and out on the jumper. Smith kept the rebound alive so Free could come up. Free midcourt with the ball. Still on the dribble. Chop step dribble first by Green. Pass to Carroll, goes through his hands and out of bounds. 80-63.
5 minutes.
Here's Green into the forecourt with the ball to Dantley on the right side. Dantley facing up against King. Release it to Poquette up high, then shuttles down low. Poquette right side for the open Judkins. He hits from 18. Jeff Judkins. 43.5% field goal marksman for the year. 80-65. A lot of time left if Utah gets itself back together. The Warriors can't let up here. Lucas now fires one over to Free, then down low to Smith, and Dantley overplaying, knocked it away and out of bounds off Smith. They haven't been able to get too much off AD since that first hoop by Larry following Dantley's fourth foul, but Dantley himself has only scored one hoop in this quarter and 6 points since the first quarter. Green down into Dantley, posting King, gets around on the baseline, lays it in. Nice move that time. King waited a split second too long as AD made his reverse to the base, and he was past him. Lucas forecourt with the ball, retreating Green. Heads him off. Carroll posting high, bounce pass, terrible pass. Green picks it off. Green bursts by everybody all the way, lays it in. Lucas with a very lazy pass, and Ricky Green said thank you. 80-69. Warriors can't stand prosperity right now.
4 minutes.
Pass goes over to King up high. Free tries to go back door, has to come out, take it. Judkins hounding him. Free reverses into the air. Jump shot is blocked. He gets it right back. He guns. No good. What do we got? They call him for traveling, but I thought the man hit the ball on top. It looked like it. It's a walking violation. Shot didn't go anyway. And we got a timeout call here.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is Coca-Cola.
So we'll keep it here right now. The Warriors, who build a lead of 17, are not maintaining very well. It's down to 11. A little out of sync on offense. Maybe thinking too much about posting Dantley with Larry Smith. And that's one of the classic things that coaches have to make a decision on, and there's a mixed feeling about it. You get individual A on another team in foul trouble, and you say, okay, particularly if he's a big scorer, let's nullify him. Let's get him so deeply in trouble that he'll have to come out of the game. And so you go to him. You also hope that he'll play soft on defense, and the man you're going to against him will get easy hoops. But on the other hand, what that often does is throw the concept of your offense all out of alignment. You're going to that play much more than you usually do. Others suddenly are not in the offense as much. Maybe people who are legitimately more offensive threats. And that is a trap of trying to exploit a foul situation on a defender. And the Jazz, with Cooper coming back, they immediately took a lift when he returned because Coop has a lot of limitations, but he knows this system. Wilkins is a raw rookie, and Cooper is an offensive threat, and he leaps well, and he'll go for those boards for you. Although the Warrior trade was one of the masterpieces, I think, Cooper for King. Particularly because of the prospects the Warriors had, it was dubious that Cooper would have made the ball club.
45, Purvis Short.
Union 76 and your neighborhood Union 76 dealers who invite you to go with the spirit of 76.
Now Green coming up the floor. Lucas playing him. Right side. It goes to Poquette playing outside. He has a decent shot. Carroll doesn't go all the way out on him. Deep to Cooper. Posting. Shorts in the ballgame for the Warriors. Back out to Green. Right corner. Jumper. Good! He's hit two from the outside, and he couldn't put the ball in the ocean as a Warrior. 80-71. He's worked hard in the minor leagues, and the Jazz now getting themselves back in the game. Short, who hit 19 in the first half, hardly could be expected to do that well this time around. King bounced pass to Carroll on the post. They call him on an offensive foul for backing into Cooper. And JB picks up his third. And suddenly the Warriors have done nothing right since their 17-4 run that put them up. They were up by 17 points. Left side now, Poquette with the ball. Adles bellowing at Capers to catch the first foul next time. Now to Poquette, open, doesn't shoot it. Straight away. to Judkins, right side angle, bounce one to Dantley, outside, whips one underneath, Judkins can't hold it, comes down with it, whoops one out on top, Free goes after a loose ball, Green shuts him off, forecourt, Free takes it up, works to the left, comes back to the inside, double team, jump shot, foul, Poquette over the top. And Free gets to the line for a pair. Tonight he is 3 for 3. I alluded, well, we'll look at a replay, and Ricky Green was trying to get him with that low slap at the ball, but Free made that nice reverse move. That's where Poquette came to the aid of the smaller Green, but fouled him. Free hits, 4 for 4. I alluded earlier tonight the fact that World had a free-throwing slump in recent games. In the last 3, he was only 64%, but before that, he had a long run, something like 16, as I recall, where he was 88%. He puts both of them down and makes it 82-71. That's a stabilizer. Green left side, back on top. Open man, Poquette. He dribbles, doesn't shoot it. Feeds over to Judkins. Back to Dantley straight away. King comes out at him. Dantley, 21-footer, down. That's a set putting him on top that they have gone to more as the year has worn on as a variety. 82-73. Now, Short's being guarded by Dantley. Let's see how they'll work. They go to Carroll high, then to Free, down low to King. Knocked away by Poquette. King gets it back. Bounce to Carroll in the low post, and he hooks in a 5-footer. JB now has 18. 84-73. Ricky Green forecourt. Short's guarding Cooper. Dantley still being guarded by King. Poquette outside. That brings Carroll away, remember. Poquette back on the point to Dantley. Left-hand dribble, crossover into the lane, knocks King over, no foul again, feeds Judkins, he hits from the outside. Battle's about to come unglued. I'll tell you, I think Adrian Dantley is a fine player, but I have not seen a man get away with as much as he does of blowing the shoulder in years in this league. Here's Short, right side 15-footer, doesn't go. High rebound grab by Poquette. Quickly out to Green, bursts it into the forecourt, down the lane all the way, blows the layup. He could still do that. He had that problem with the Warriors. That was one of the reasons he didn't make the club. In his last time. He's Free, top of the key, a bomb. He forced it. It's no good. Both teams getting a little skittery now. Rebounded by Poquette. Adams is beckoning to Parker. Free could be feeling the pressure of that sore knee again. Green with a dribble up to Poquette, right side. Back to Ricky Green. Now to Judkins on top. Nobody near him. The jumper around and out, and Carroll gets the rebound. Back to Lucas. Lucas burns it up the middle. Whips it over to Short on the right flank. Crosses over. Dantley checks into the baseline. Short tries to get by him. Leans in. Shoots it down from 13 feet. Purvis with 21.
1 minute.
And the Warriors back up by 11. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Warriors have a team foul to use if they want to. That's Battles just inquired of D'Oliva. They tally in that area. Dantley on the left side. They clear it out. He drives. Reverses edge of the lane. Feeds over the left. Green's wide open. Hits again. Green from 17 feet. Well, he surely must have worked on his outside shot since he left the NBA. Lucas bursts down the right side. Green gets lost on a pick, but Lucas had his back turned. Now he comes into the lane. Double team, bounce 1 to 3 on the point. Double dribble or travel. Free didn't expect that pass to come out, and I think his concentration is suffering from that painful knee. World comes out now, and Parker comes in. That cuts down some of the Warriors' outside firepower. 28 seconds left to go in the quarter, 24 on the shot timer. Jazz fighting their way back within 9 after trailing by 17. Poquette on the point to Wilkins, who's now in the game, replacing Cooper. Over to Judkins. Judkins on the right. Adams hollering for him to take the foul, and nobody does. Green dribbles. He is fouled by Short. Adams wanted him to take the foul that they had to use without penalty and break the momentum of the possession, leaving only, I think, 13 seconds in the quarter.
Clock is right. Clock is accurate.
13 seconds. They still have time to work a good play. Pass now to Green. Green up high. Goes to a dribble. Looked like he walked. Down the lane he goes under everybody and shovels it up. No good. Wilkins misses a tip. Rebound pass from Carroll to Lucas. Lucas to Short. 22-footer right side. 2 off the glass. And Short is still hot. And 3 periods are over. It's the Warriors 88 and Utah 77.
We all tend to take our legal rights for granted until we need them. But if you're involved in an auto accident or accused of driving under the influence or find yourself in any situation where you're unsure of your legal rights, call For the Defense. An experienced attorney will discuss with you what you can and should expect under the law. There's no charge for the initial consultation, and should you need representation, your attorney at For the Defense can speak for you aggressively and honestly. Call For the Defense at 548-3000.
This ranch doesn't run without horses. And the horses don't run without you. But when you've hammered out a day's work, you meet up with Miller Time.
When it's time to relax.
Time for the best tasting beer you can find.
One beer stands clear.
Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer.
Hi, my name's Jerry. We're identical twins.
Well, almost.
I like this 1981 Toyota truck because it's tough.
I like this 1981 Toyota truck because it's low price.
She always likes a bargain.
And he always likes to be tough.
Look, I see my sister's point. For the money, this truck is hard to beat.
And I see my brother's point. A truck should be tough, like a Toyota.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Macho.
Oh, 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 what a feeling.
Tough deal.
Toyota.
Philadelphia started its road trip auspiciously tonight. A tough battle, but they won at Kansas City, 113-103. And Dallas broke its losing streak by beating Denver, 119-111. And Denver's streak in the loss column is 6 straight. Here's Bristow's pass, gets through, Poquette out of bounds, and the Jazz turn it over to start the fourth quarter. They've got Wilkins now and Poquette. Wilkins at center, 7 feet, Poquette 6'9". Bristow, the other forward. Green at guard along with Judkins. Bernard King now on top to Short. They've got Poquette playing him. To Carroll outside. The pass broken up by Wilkins. Karam's off to Judkins. Now to Green. Streaking. Oh, can he go? And he misses a twist layup, but he got a foul call on Short. Green, who has missed 2 driving layups thus far, that time twisted the body and made a reverse pivot move. It skidded off the glass, but he drew the foul. They go into a huddle at the foul line before he shoots.
First Golden State team foul. Ricky Green with a 2-shot foul.
One of the problems with Ricky Green as a Warrior, Al Adel said one time, he said he just doesn't seem to think like a guard. That is, in the overall context of the team's offense. More like a forward who generally relates more specifically to his own situation on the floor. Ricky Green hits the first. And the second is no good, and Short has an easy rebound. 88-78 Warriors. They need to keep the heat on here. Free getting a rest again. King on the outside. Poquette comes out to him. Back on top to Parker. Now to Short, right corner. Gets by Bristow. Pulls up, double team. Whips a pass cross court. Out of bounds. Had to try to be too fine with it. Good defense by the Jazz now. Doubling up on Short that time. Dantley's on the bench, and so's Griffin. They're trying to make up this ground with their 2 top scorers sitting it out. Both with 4 fouls. Warrior turnovers proliferating a bit here. Bristow out on top of the ball. Green pops out, takes it straight away. Lucas comes out to him. Green wants to feed, does, outside right to Poquette. He takes a jump shot. He hits from 21. 8 for Poquette, and it's 88-80, and the Warrior lead now begins to slip more noticeably. Ricky Brown is in with Carroll and King in the front line. On top to Parker. Back outside to Short on the left. Short dribble. Shut off by Bristow. Bounce one on the posting. Carroll, he's double teamed. Back on the point to Lucas. 6 seconds in the timer. Foul line jumper by Luke. No good. He's still in the slump. Bristow the rebound. And the Warriors slipping badly here. Shades of last night. Here's Poquette on a drive to the hoop. Misses the shot because Brown cut in front of him. Carroll rebound. Back out to Short. Challenge. Gives it up to Luke. Luke top of the key. Left-hand dribble drive into the lane. Backs away. He decides to shoot it. Brick! Rebound taken off by Wilkins. Outlet. Ball pass. Parker intercepts. Green between the legs. Butt pass goes to Judkins, who dunks. Ricky Green like a football center on a direct snap through the leg. And that ignites this big crowd of over 11,000, and the Warriors are in the process of blowing a 17-point lead. And credit this Utah team for stick-to-itiveness. Carroll in the post. Turn, shoots, good, a 10-footer. That's the quickest silencer in basketball. 90-82. Warriors really have to stabilize here or find themselves in a dogfight before a hostile crowd. Here's Green giving them real life. Right side it goes to Poquette. Back on top to Bristow.
9:30.
Bristow holding now deep. Inside Wilkins, inside Carroll. He's fouled. He scores. It counts. I think it was Brown who fouled him. Yes, Ricky Brown. Jeff Wilkins, rookie forward. Played 11 games in the NBA. Chance for a 3-point play. Carroll, who started hot with 10 in the first quarter, now has Well, we're looking at a replay here of Ricky Green's recovery a moment ago, and it was something spectacular. It was a lightning-like piece of thinking and knowing where Judkins was going to be when he centered that ball through his legs. Free throw missed by Wilkins. Carroll rebound, back up to Luke. 90-84, and the Warriors now in a dog-eat-dog ball game. They'll bring Griffith and Dantley off the bench fresh pretty soon. 9:15 to go. Short, 15-footer. Good! And Short is the savior thus far. 25 points. Here's Green streaking all the way down the floor, and at the last second, Short blocks the shot. The Warriors' court balance was faulty. They should be very aware of what Ricky Green can do. He blazed up the floor. 3 men there. It was Short who finally got back, the man who hit the jumper, and that's a tough burden. He went over the top, blocking it, but he got him with his chest. Green on the line. He knocked in 1 out of 2 from the foul line a bit ago. With a possible exception of Gus Williams, I don't know that anybody in NBA basketball can get from baseline to baseline with the speed of Ricky Green. 1 shot down. Here's the next. Good. 2 shots down. 92-86. Now here's a full court press. 2-on-2 to Parker. Parker now to Carroll. JB on the baseline, and the Warriors are self-destructing in Adels, frantically calling a timeout. So we're less than halfway through the 4th quarter, and the scoreboard shows the Warriors 92, the Jazz 86.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Bring it to fourth. This is rally leader. You out there, Chuck?
We're pedaling as fast as we can.
Everybody else is here. Where are you?
Well, we've got ourselves sort of a weight handicap.
How'd that happen?
You guys just brought the bread and cheese. We got a whole trunk full of Lowenbrow.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Well, we're glad you made us.
Us or the Lowenbrow?
Hi, kids. Above Bar, President of Furniture USA. Come on down. Let's fix up your home for the holidays. You may need a washer, dryer, furniture, television, stereo, whatever you need. Come on down to Furniture USA. Let's do it for you right now. No co-signers and no credit references necessary at Furniture USA to get started in the credit world. You must be 18 years or older. You senior citizens are welcome. Say habla español. Come on down to Furniture USA. We carry all our own accounts. We have General Electric and Hot Point. Come on down. We're in Santa Clara. We're in Haywood. We're in San Jose. Come on down. We'll see you here. Bye, kids.
Well, the Warrior huddle needs to produce something here. They have lost their poise. Exceptional hustle by the Utah ball club has taken the Warriors out of their offense. Forced turnovers. The speed of Ricky Green they have not been able to cope with. Purvis Short has been trying to take up the slack offensively. Free on the bench, getting those heat packs on the knee as he has frequently tonight. The Warriors could slip below the 500 mark and leave the door open for Seattle to assume 3rd place if they should beat Portland tonight at the Kingdome. All right, here's Ricky Green coming up the floor. Judkins, a 6'6" guard, gave him a screen. Now Green to the right, over to Poquette. Ricky Brown guarding him on the outside. A Green on the point. Green dribbles. Snaps it over to the corner for a jumper. Poquette, good! And the lead is down to 4. With 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, they led by 17. Here's Lucas with the ball. The Warriors haven't been able to run much at all. Over to Short left side. All around the perimeter. 8.5 to go in the game. Lucas to the right side. 7 seconds on the timer. Now to Short. They want him to do something. He runs into double team. Green gets the steal. Green in the 2-on-1. Drops it to Bristow. He scores! 92-90. And the Warriors are coming apart at the seams. Lucas, 4th court. The half-court offense is nothing now. Now to Lucas. Back on top to Parker. Right to Short. Poquette, bigger man guarding him. Short burst by him to the foul line. Rises, shoots. No good to the right. Rebound loose. Short after it. It's off here on the line. And the Jazz could tie it up. And now, Lloyd Frey comes back in the ballgame. Larry Smith comes back. They've missed his rebounding ferocity. All this with Dantley and Griffith on the sideline. And if they get this thing even, pretty soon the Southie will play his whole cards, and the Warriors will be in a big kettle of soup. Right side, Poquette with the ball. Poquette gives it to Bristow on top. Free guarding Judkins are trying to post him. Can't get it to him. Outside to Poquette against Larry Smith. Down low to Wilkins. Turn jumper, right baseline. No good, too hard. Free inside. Good position to rebound. Judkins couldn't get to it. Jazz shooting 57.5%. The Warriors at even 57% in a sizzling offensive game. Warriors are out rebounding them 35-22, but in danger of losing. Down low, baseline left. Carroll turnaround. It's short. He's fouled. Wilkins will put him on the line with that foul. The Warriors, who got on the line for 3/4 of play, for 18 of 24, have not been on the line in this quarter. The Jazz, 7 of 11 for the game, have not been on in this quarter. I'm sorry, I'm looking the wrong column. Yes, the Jazz have. 10 out of 16. Carroll misses. Jazz are 10 of 16, and they have been on the line 5 times in a quarter, so make that correction. 92-90 Warriors. Carroll just missed a big free throw. And he makes this one. JB may be running into stamina problems. Second game in 2 nights. He has had problems with that. Green now over to Wilkins. Right corner, Judkins fakes, dribbles, shoots. 17-footer. Good! Whistle. What do we got? Basket counts. Foul underneath. Foul is on Carroll. It's 93-92 Warriors. Somebody gets a free throw because of the rebounding foul while the basket was going down. Wilkins will shoot, and they can tie it up. Let's check the time in the game right now. All right, here's Wilkins on the line. Wilkins misses the tying chance. And the rebound is the Warriors, 93-92. Up the left side, free for the ball now. We have 7:30 to go, a lot of time. Jazz have made up a big margin in relative short time. Smith on the right, on top to Lucas. They don't play him outside very tight, nor do they play Smith tight. Everybody overplayed. Lucas to Smith, baseline left to the hoop. He's clobbered by Poquette, and he'll get to the line for a pair.
Documented by Ben Poquette. Number 4 on Poquette. Second.
Smith was patrolling the baseline trying to get open, and they found him, and Poquette just tomahawked him, and here's Larry. He hadn't been on the line tonight, and it's in and out. Went way down, came out. Warriors 1 for 3 in the quarter. No phase of their game has been very good in this quarter. Much like Portland last night. No good. A brick off the back iron. Big battle for the rebound. Short gets it and scores from 5 feet. And Carroll kept it alive against the picket line of Jazz rebounders. 95-92 Warriors. Hectic finishing time now in the last half of the final quarter. Wilkins with the ball. 6:45 to go. Wilkins out high. Back to Bristow at the foul line to Green. Going down the left baseline. Squirts underneath. Scores on a crossover scoop shot. Ricky Green has 15 points. His high since his return to the NBA. Must be sweet to him, a team that got it. 3 on the left side, launches a bomb. Good! But what do we got? No basket. Underneath, there was a pushing foul on Wilkins.
Committed by number 53, Jeff Wilkins. Number 4 on Wilkins. Number 3 in the Jazz.
That's 3 on the Jazz team-wise. The Warriors have 4. Lucas will inbound. Lob pass to Free out on top. He's at 23 feet. Now he goes to the left of the key. Judkins stalks him. Left-hand pass cross court to Lucas over to Short. Quick release, right corner, the jumper. Good! Short is just beyond belief tonight. He has 29 in the ball game. Starting up the floor, now come the Jazz. The Warriors have stabilized to lead it by 3. Poquette outside against Smith. Down low to Judkins, taking Free to the post. Back to Briscoe. Beautiful pass to Poquette. Scores, whipping underneath. Boy, there was a sweet pass. And Poquette, 6 points of his 12 have come in this quarter. The Warrior lead down to only 1 again. The Jazz have never quite overhauled them. They came within 1 at 7:30 to go. 5.5 to go in the ball game. 97-96. Right side, Short fakes. Poquette discourages him. Back on the point to Luke. 5 seconds. Judkins overplays the pass to Free. Free gets it 1 second from 30 feet. Almost no good. Rebound Smith. Over to Short. Fakes Poquette. Rises. 10-footer. He's got it for 31. 99-96 Warriors.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Right side, Bristow with the ball. Warrior defense has not been tough in his 4th quarter. Now to Poquette up high, right corner. Wide open, Judkins. Misses a jumper from the corner. The rebound caroms off to Carroll. Here's Free coming up the floor now. Free drive, stops, he's out of control, but bounces it over Lucas. Lucas across the top, screened by Carroll, rips a pass back to Short. He's the hot man. How long can he stay that hot? Short back on top now to Luke. 7 seconds in the timer. Nothing open, now deep to Carroll. Baseline turn, left side. Hits the edge of the glass. Rebound taken off by Green. Green comes down, swerves around Free, falls away, misses the jumper, loose on the floor. Garbage picked up by Smith. Back up court to Short. Possible 2-on-1. Left-hand pass to the right side. Free lean in, 11-footer. No good. Rebound Free. In the track. Foul. Judkins the foul. Free to the line. 2 shots only. It'll be a timeout call by the Jazz. We're around the 5-minute mark. It's 4:15 to go. Scoreboard showing Warriors 99, Utah 96.
Even if you're a calm person, selling your house can make you worry. Will it sell quickly at the right price without complications? Red Carpet Real Estate takes the worry out of selling your house. You sell more quickly because our nationwide marketing attracts qualified buyers. You get the right price because we know neighborhood values. And there are no surprises because we stay in touch. Talk to Red Carpet. We worry, so you don't have to.
Excuse me. I'm not the same crazy coach who used to storm around the sidelines yelling at the officials. I've learned to relax, and I drink light beer from Miller. Do you know that Light's got 1/3 less calories than a regular beer? And listen to this. Light doesn't fill me up. Besides that, Light tastes fantastic. Oh, sure, there are a lot of other beers around, and you can drink any one you want. But let me tell you this.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
As I was saying, I don't care what anybody else...
Don't forget wristband night, along with a great attraction tomorrow night. The Sonics and their fine crew come in against the Warriors. 3rd place will be on the line. We don't know where the Warriors will stand related to the Sonics until this one is over. But call now at 638-6000. The operator waiting to charge your tickets for tomorrow night or any game on the future schedule to your MasterCharge or your Visa. 4:13 to go. Interesting now, as Free gets to the line for 3 to make 2. Or is it 2? Let's check. That's 4 team fouls. He has 2 only. Limping a little bit. Played valiantly tonight. Free, 19. Nasaki has a problem in deciding on personnel right now. First shot in and out. Warriors are 1 for 5 in the 4th quarter on the line. Does Nasaki go back to Griffith and Dantley, or does he stay with the folks who got him back in the ball game? It's 196. Free makes 1 of the 2. Lucas picks up Green. They've got Wilkins, Poquette, and Bristow on the front line. Judkins now outside to Poquette. Right side. Moves it on top to Bristow. Looks over and puts it over the head. Then outside to Green on the right. Green fakes at Lucas. Feeds Poquette. Foul line jump shot on the way. In and out and in. Got a big bounce up off the glass. All right, here's Luke starting up the floor. Right side, 198. We're under the 4-minute mark now. They're getting Dantley up. Larry Smith with the ball outside. On top to Free. Free whips one to Short. Short driving on Bristow. Fakes, leans in. Double clutch jumper. Bouncing, no good. Tip good. Carroll. Carroll with a big effort on the right side of the hoop. 102 to 98. Ricky Green starts back up the floor, giving them bench help that they haven't had this year. Right side it goes now to Poquette. 3:15 to go. On top to Bristow. The Warriors by 4. Bristow down deep to Wilkins. Got a foul. Backing in. Offense Wilkins. He knocked Carroll backward. And JB acted it out a little bit, I think, to complete the scenario. 5 on Wilkins. Dantley is in.
Adrian Dantley checks in for Alan Bristow.
102-98. Approximately 3 minutes to go, and he's back. In the second half, Dantley has tallied 6 points. He has 20 for the night. He had 10 in the opening quarter. Free into the forecourt now. They clear it out for him. He works on Judkins and fires to Short from the right. Draws 2 men back on top to Free. Stopped by Judkins, who has good quick hands. The jumper from 23 on the iron and off. Carroll hype. Rebound, not a Short. Bullets one to Lucas. Lucas wisely brings it back out. Under the 3-minute mark. The clock, remember, not functioning on the scoreboard. On top to Short. Warriors by 4. 2:45 to go. Lucas gives to Free. 10 seconds on the timer. Free with a dribble. Now whirled against Judkins, runs him into the pick. Now darts between two men. Cross-court pass. And grabbing it is Smith. He is hammered, and the 24-second clock runs out. Whirled tried to find the open man. Smith was jostled, couldn't hold on to the pass, and they lose a big chance to go up by 6. 2.5 to go. Jazz are going to take a timeout here with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. The scoreboard showing Warriors 102, Utah 98.
You've waited all year for the dawning of Emporium Capwell year-end mattress clearance and sale. On now. Save $80 to $140 per set on Simmons and Sealy mattresses. Get a twin-size Sealy Posture 4 mattress for just $58 each piece. Or a twin-size Simmons Special mattress, just $58 each piece. Choose from 56 sizes, styles, and firmnesses. Emporium Capwell year-end mattress clearance and sale. On now. The year ends with brilliant savings.
Control 6 to base. Looks like this big old hole in the ground's going to be safe for the night. Over.
So they come on all beat. It's Miller time.
Miller time. Time to appreciate the difference between a good beer
when it's time to relax
and a great beer.
One beer stands clear.
Miller High Life.
You got the time. We got the beer. Miller beer. Come Miller time. We got the beer.
Green in the forecourt driving on Lucas, and Carroll comes over the top to block his shovel shot out of bounds. They resumed play quickly. It turned out to be a 20-second timeout. The PA announcer had set a full timeout. That's why we were just back when the play developed. Here's the inbound pass to Dantley, releasing top of the key. He has the open shot. It's up. It's good. 102 to 100. And now that missed opportunity on the last 24-second possession really looms large. Lucas getting pressure up out front. Now to Short. Warriors going into a deliberate set, and it hasn't paid off for him. Now Short way outside. Now to Lucas. Only 8 seconds left. Time about to Short straight away. Nobody moving. 5 seconds. Lucas right side. Deep to Carroll. 3 seconds. Double team. Turn shot. Swatted down by Wilkins. 24-second clock expires, even though Carroll got it back. 2 24-second clock violations. And now the Jazz can tie it up. They failed twice when they got within 1 to take the lead or tie. On top, Dantley with the ball. Short guarding. Dantley dribbles, fakes, leans in. His shot no good. He's knocked down. They don't call the foul. That was terrible. Smith the rebound. Outlet pass to Free. And Judkins grabs him in a bear hug on the way to the hoop, and Free is furious. Meantime, Short in a collision with Dantley, and I thought somebody fouled somebody. Short's mouth is cut badly. Dantley was manhandled by Purvis, but Dantley, I think, also jumped into him. And Short may not be able to continue here. He's bleeding a lot from the lower lip. As Dantley went for the jumper out on top, Short really went right up in his face. Who initiated the contact is hard to say. Dantley went heavily to the floor. Short came up with his cut lip. Somebody had to have fouled somebody on that play. I'm not trying to say whether the call was wrong or right at this point. Somebody was fouled. Short is out. King is in. 102 to 100. 138 to go. A battle royal. All right, here's Free on the line. The Warriors have faltered at the line in the last quarter, and he misses this one. He had made 5 for 5 coming into this last quarter, and he's 1 for 3. The team is 2 for 7 in the final quarter. He's got 2 to make 2. Good. And now he has 1 to make 1. And if he makes it, that miss means nothing. 103, 100, 138 to go. Up. In and out, in. Oh, what a tantalizer. Whirl only 3 points in the last quarter, all on the line. He has 22 for the game on those aching knees. Here's Green taking it right to Lucas on the right side. Skids to a stop, back on top to Fouquet. Swing to Judkins, left side angle. Looking deep, but not there, so they go to Wilkins. Wilkins hits at the foul line. A jumper by the big man, Wilkins, the rookie. Here's a full court press. Free now, it's only a token. Free brings it up to half court. 104, 102, 115 to go in the ball game. The Warriors must score. Free on the left side. One-on-one, they've cleared it all out. One-on-one with Judkins, 12 seconds on the timer. Now he turns his back to Judkins. Now people begin to move and spread out. Feed to King on top, 7 seconds. Back to World. World dribbles, launches one. It's good from 22. Free with a bomb, and it's 106-102. We should be inside the 1-minute mark now. 58 seconds to go. These have to be approximately sometime. On top, Poquette with the ball. Pass inside. Overplay King. Deflection to Lucas. Lucas into the forecourt. The bench screaming, run your time down. Lucas fending off the pressure of Judkins. Back over to Free on the left side.
35
Green comes out now, guarding Free. Free works to the left in a low crouching dribble. 7 seconds on the timer, 30 seconds in the game. 3-point try. He in and out. Kept the rebound. That could have decided it. Outlet pass to Green. Green slows it down. Out to Judkins on the left. Warriors by 4. Cross court to Wilkins. 16-footer. Good! 20 points a moment to go. 106-104. Full court press. Free up the left side. I don't know the exact time. Judkins after him. Knocks the ball loose, but fouls him in so doing. And Free will get up for 1 and a penalty. We'll get a check on the time here. The clock shows 10 seconds. For some reason, it seems to work in the final minute.
Correction, no timeout, no time.
The Warriors by 2, 106-104.
White Green.
Short getting a lot of attention. He has a bad cut on that lip. Here's Free. 10 seconds is correct. Free's first. Good! Oh, he's really come up with the big ones here. 3 free throws and a field goal. Clock is right. 10 seconds to go. Warriors by 3. Now by 4. And now the Jazz take the timeout. They have 10 seconds. And it's a very comparable situation to the last play of the game last night in Portland. Last night in Portland, there were, I believe, 3 seconds left. The Warriors got the ball in, trailing by 4. Lucas hit a 3-point play, and the buzzer sounded. It was over, and they lost by 1. Again tonight, the Warriors are in the situation Portland was last night. The cardinal rule here is, with 10 seconds, don't foul anybody shooting in the 3-point area beyond that arc, because there is a possibility there of a 4-point play if the man hits the 3-point goal and is fouled. On the other hand, you don't want somebody to get a quick 2 points, for example, and use only 3 seconds to do it, and then have 7 seconds to perhaps take the ball away from you. The Warriors in that instance would almost assuredly call a timeout. All right, the Warriors on the floor awaiting the tactics of the Jazz. Interesting that Nasaki, with the spark that Green and Judkins in the backcourt had provided in erasing the Warriors' 17-point lead and cutting it down to 1. He decided not to go back to Griffith, but stay with the beau who brung him, or the beaux in this case. Short, you may have seen on our videotape, or rather our simulcast screen a few moments ago, really shaken, and he may have to have some stitches, I don't know. All right, we're ready to go. The inbound will be made by Bristow. They brought the veteran Boone into the game for Green now. He's a more controlled player. 3 men way out between the circles. They get it to Boone on the left side. He gets baseline. He goes by everybody. They let him go, and he lays it up, and it's no good. And Larry Smith, after the rebound, can't get it. It's out of bounds off him. 5 seconds. Now they'll have to inbound. The 1 cardinal rule in the 3-point area, no contact. Warriors by 4. Ready to inbound Bristow. Soft pass to Paquette. 12-footer. Good! 4 seconds. Now Smith gets it into Free. He makes them foul him in the backcourt, and they do. 3 seconds to go. That was a wise choice not to call the timeout and inbound at half court. They had an open lane. I think the instructions were if there was nothing there, then call the timeout. But this way, they got it to Free and made him foul. Now he's got to make, well, he needs to make both up. 2 out of the 3.
Documented by Dantley, his 5th penalty situation.
If he makes only 1, a 3-point play could still undress the Warriors and tie it up. World, really a great effort tonight hurting. The first shot good. Now he has 2 to make 1, 109-106. Down the stretch here, he has made 7 points. No good, he's got a penalty. The Jazz will take another timeout probably. The Warriors are talking about whether it would be to their advantage to miss. If they decide not. And he shoots it, and he gets it. And the Warriors again lead by 4, and now Utah takes another timeout. It is now 110 to 106, 3 seconds. Noticeably. Well, I'll tell you, when you talk about somebody who wants the ball when it's on the line, he is your man. Even though his output had been curtailed in the second half, I think after halftime that knee cooled out more. And down the stretch here, he has hit 6 free throws and a field goal to keep the on-rushing Utah Jazz off the Warriors' back. And as a result, he has a 27-point ball game. Short tonight with a just brilliant display of 31. And he was the savior time and again, particularly when the Warriors could not hold their lead. And they had to have somebody to hold the fort against the counter-assault of the Jazz. That 31 equals his season high. He would have been our wrap-up show guest, but he is not in a talking condition with that severely lacerated lip. Getting ice on it now, and he probably has stitches, according to trainer Dick D'Oliva. Now from midcourt, they'll inbound again. Bristow, left side as he faces into the forecourt. They'll have everybody out between the circles. They need to try a three-point goal. Boone rolls off. They go to Judkins. He fires from 25. 3! But time expires. And an exact duplicate of last night's finish at Portland, except the Warriors with a team with a 4-point lead. And they withstood the final 3-point field goal by Judkins. And so the Warriors have triumphed.